Nor, a moment. I have news that might interest you.
See, the spark falls into the pan, making the powder ignite.
What news from the road?
How come Yahara picked this place?
It's the furthest port from all the trouble. We used to vacation here, back when we schooled in Sybil.
You schooled in Sybil?
Our parents were well off. Old money. By the time the dead invaded, they'd wasted their entire fortune chasing some wild scheme. If Yahara hadn't figured out how to get us enlisted, we'd have starved.
That explains the attitude.
It's their way of dealing with the world. They don't mean it most of the time.
You sure you're alright? That cough's been getting worse.
I'll live. No rest till dawn.
No rest till dawn.
Good to see you.
Play deaf and dumb forever, you know.
Fire!
What?
The hamlet's on fire!
Damn. Let's go. I'm not worthy, Elder.
Here they come.
Nor, a moment. I have news that might interest you.
See, the spark falls into the pan, making the powder ignite. What propels the shock.
So it blows up in your hand.
Not if you do it right. Want to try?
No.
One good deed. Lucas said Dahara was staying here. Let's go get them. I'm looking for someone. They're with the Coalition.
Reeks of black powder? Ill-mannered like a mower with mites?
That's the one, yeah.
They left just before all the trouble with the dead started. They're not coming back, are they?
Not if I can help it.
There's a man camping out on Nomad's coast.
And how are his former gang members taking it?
Poorly. A mysterious woman came by here on her way to Cape Reunion.
You think she's mad?
That, or at least religious. A settlement out by Goatfoot Gorge is on its last legs.
A Coalition captain, here? Is he recruiting?
From what I hear, he could use all the help he can get. You know, there's a burial ground for Coalition soldiers.
Perhaps I'll visit sometime. Pay my respects.
No better time to confront your mortality than now.
Keep the fire going.
We don't have to cower anymore.
A welcome find. That looks like one of your Coalition insignia. What is it?
The Soldiers' Memorial. We should go back.
You can go back to the camp if you want to. I'd like to take a look around.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
All right, then. We might as well do it properly and light the vigils.
Vigils?
The fire watches for the dead. You don't let it go out.
These don't look like any headstones I've seen.
They can't bring the bodies all the way from Dawn. So, people make these shrines instead. I knew this one. Again. Again.
What is that?
What we called him. He was a mower herder from out in the sticks. Had this accent we could barely make out. Every time he'd fire the cannon, he'd shout, "Again! Again!" It stuck.
Narwak. Echar Nark.
This one was the face. Prettiest woman I'd ever laid eyes on. But pity me, was she cold.
You never got along then?
Not for lack of trying.
Kuthchar, Kri, Kurtmek. Why didn't you want to come here at first?
All I've known are camps, trenches, and memorials, Enki. I've spent my life in the first two, and I'll end up in the third. What are those things they're saying at each shrine?
An apology for not being there for them. To hear their stories.
Does that mean they'll be forgotten?
Only if you let them. These soldiers. I was not in the below to receive them. To cleanse their souls and preserve their memories.
These were my comrades. My friends. I didn't think about them until we were here, but you shouldn't be the only one that remembers them, Enki.
I know. But I will cherish them all the same.
I could do with some Sebo!
No, not now, but some other time perhaps.
We don't have to cower anymore.
Found anything worthwhile?
Any news from Sybil?
This looks like Yahara's safe house.
Looks like they packed up and left already. Damn.
Looking for the one with the blue jacket? Stinks of black powder.
Sounds like them, yeah.
They left as soon as the dead came to first anchor. I tried to talk them into hiding with the rest of us, but...
It didn't work. They would have been found anyway. The dead are all over this place.
Said they were headed to Back Harvest. Only way there is through jagged descent. You could still catch them if you hurry.
I best get going then.
little fellow is darling.
You know I'm still mad at you after 3 Peaks, right?
Would you have accepted my help if
I'd have known you were Death himself. Still haven't wrapped my head around that. But you lied to me, Enki. Don't ever do that again.
understood?
Come on. How come Ramahal was so much bigger than you?
Bigger than? Ranwa was a runt. Back in the Great Below, she would grovel in my presence.
But you still looked like a tiny fox thing.
Sandstorms would cease so I could pass. The sky would dim when I'd howl.
Then how?
Pardon?
I want to hear you. How? Feeling pretty good. Is it me, or do those statues look like you?
Probably inspired by one of my visits. I traveled to the above when the Great Below got its much to bear.
And who was taking care of all the dead while you were up here?
Arrangements were made. Anything worthwhile? I may no longer be in the Great Below, but the processes of death continue. The door is still in place.
Then what was your job down there exactly?
You wouldn't understand. A welcome find.
Frankie, what's wrong? Whose temple is this?
My travels above came with a price, Nor. But others had to pay it.
Was that the arrangement you were talking about?
Yes. temple belongs to Anaya, the goddess of love.
She's not here, is she?
Anaya's nothing like the others. She is compassionate, understanding.
Sounds like someone special.
Anaya's work always took precedence. It was her pride and joy.
Sounds like you didn't care much for yours.
I couldn't stay in the Great Below, and she wouldn't leave.
So you left her down there?
I did everything in my power to ensure that the cycle would persist, but I can never make it up to her. I know that much. Is anything broken?
I'll just take this.
pretty steep. Are you sure Yahara came this way?
They probably picked the hardest route just to make me suffer.
Yet you're going after them all the same.
No choice. They're a sapper first, a bastard second.
This is as good a place to rest as any.
Duck what?
Hanshi! Your years above have been unkind, I see.
Who's talking?
There is no glory in killing you. Not when you're this diminished. Get rid of them.
Enki, is this some kind of sick joke?
Incoming. Look out!
Souls below, what are you doing?
Knee deep in another mess, I see.
Just get me out of here, Yahara!
Fine, cover your ears.
I never thought I'd be happy to see you.
The feeling isn't mutual. What are you doing here?
Fascinating. You're ruder than I expected.
Why is it talking to me?
Luca got your letter. He's camped down the road with Baz. And Young, the Fortmaster. We're here to help.
Never mind that. Wanderer's Rest is a ruin. There's nothing for the Coalition here. We should leave while we still can.
I thought the same about the peaks, but we still pulled through.
You don't get it, do you, Vanek? There was some kind of huge battle. A god took over Sybil. It's over.
You meet the others at the camp, and I'll take a look at the city myself.
Well, it's your funeral. And Vanek, thanks for saving my brother.
You're shaking.
I just thought something that looked like me. Had a god boom at me from nowhere. I need a moment, all right? That thing up there. It can't be me.
It isn't. It's an ehagri. Think of it like a reflection, made real by magic for a single purpose.
A coward's trick.
Nor, a moment. I have news that might interest you.
Sight for sore eyes. What's the news? Last time I was at Wanderer's Rest, I was in chains.
What for?
Ran with a group of freebooters, hiding away their loot. Some of it might still be around.
For all the good that'll do us.
Not now, but we could use it later. Get you an education.
I've done just fine without one.
There are no sappers in peacetime, no. And you deserve a better life than I've had.
Hello again.
You had news, Fortmaster?
I've learned a group from my former order has been seeking a relic.
They can have it then. My fight isn't with the Knights anymore.
This isn't some trinket, no. It's a piece of sacred armor, passed down generations. We cannot let it fall into their hands.
They've been away from the peaks for a while. Couldn't we reason with them?
That's a dangerous plan. Last I heard, the armor was entombed in Sun Shelter. I would start the search there.
You look troubled, Forgemaster.
I put a lifetime's experience into the armor I made.
They're damn good guns, Young. I couldn't have gone through that armor otherwise.
Even so, it proves they're obsolete.
The fork was replaced by the plow. Steel overtook iron. But the craftsman persists.
What was that?
Something to consider. Thank you, Death God. I must return to my work.
Always a pleasure, Forgemaster.
You look like you kept this.
You look worried. What's eating you?
It's nothing, really. There's this stabilizing agent.
Quack water.
It's unproven, but
And this quack water, will getting it help you?
immensely.
I'll do it.
You will. She said she'll do it.
She would waste her time on nonsense.
According to my sources, the stabilizer can be found in 2 possible water sources nearby. I made this simple test. Just dip this vial underwater. If it changes color, that's the source.
Sounds simple enough.
Thanks, Nor.
Appreciate it, Luca.
Hurry it up, Vanek. Don't have all day.
Never thought I'd say this, but I'm glad to have you on the team.
You call that a team?
You can leave whenever you want, you know.
Leave my little brother with you lot.
All right, I'm going.
Lower down.
Your trespass has gone on long enough, Iron Sheep. You never did know your place.
Where is he?
He's on the throne first. Hard trick. Animal has already done that. Return below, and I will spare you.
Always was right. You're barely worth killing.
Don't let him get to you.
He would have put hands on him for his insolence.
You string him up. I'll do the cutting.
Might prove useful.
I'm impressed.
Been waiting for you. I was thinking, those stashes I told you about. We should get them, now. Charter a ship to Argent. We can leave all this behind.
I can't leave. Not until I see this through.
The Coalition will pull through. The world will pull through.
That barrier came down because of me, Baz.
That barrier could have come down because of anybody. It's all just rotten luck, and you're going to get yourself torn apart by some thing because of it.
I won't.
How do you know that?
Because you'll kick my ass in the below if I do.
Damn right I will.
I hope my work has
has served you well so far.
Sybil was taken over, but there's too little damage.
Isn't that a good thing?
In a siege, the babies are the first to go. These walls should be a pile of rubble. Best keep your eyes peeled, all right?
I'm impressed. That's probably your worst idea yet.
Like anything else you've tried.
Have it your way then, if I care. You're naught but skin and bones. Have you been eating?
I've been eating plenty, don't worry.
I'll stop fretting when you stop looking like a scarecrow.
Bring it on!
The medicine's not working.
Yahara.
We'll try Teriac next. I'll up the dosage.
No. Just sit by me a bit.
own mother and father's fault. I should have...
Don't let them haunt you, Yahara. They don't deserve it.
Please, have you any news from the archive? My brother was a scribe there and he was trapped.
Invigorating.
Dukmar must have shut the gates. Coward!
There has to be another way around. I'm sure you'll find a use for it.
Fight me! smell. You know what that is, right?
This is as good a place to rest as any.
I'm gonna kill him. I'll tear him apart. Oh.
You need to stop.
You saw what he did back there.
I did, and I will help you. But if you charge in there in your state, you're going to make a mistake.
I feel like this.
Splendid. We'll make good use of this.
Submit or...
I feel like this. Harmony.
To think I was in awe of you once, Anshi. Now you crawl like a rat through my domain.
I'm a rat now, Dukmar, but you were always a groveler.
Reduced to petty insults. How sad your state.
I was right to have never trusted you. Look what you did the moment you had one drop of power.
Come on then.
of power you speak of built my new Sybil.
Built? It's a ruin, Dukmar.
For my subjects, it is a reminder of the glory of the gods, a testament to my rule.
Your subjects are corpses.
There are enough of them left alive. They will breed, grow old, forget. In 100 years, I will be their god.